This is 219 News Now, brought to you by Strachan Van Til, making lives easier for 94 years.
I'm Andrew Garcia, and this is your 219 News Now. Nippon Steel is pledging to reline or repair the 4 active blast furnaces at Gary Works by 2030. The Japan-based steel maker sent a letter to U.S. Steel employees making a case for the $14.9 billion merger it's been trying to close in the face of political opposition. Gary Mayor Eddie Melton has been in support of the sale of U.S. Steel to Nippon and detailed why and explained why the deal shouldn't be viewed as a security threat to the United States.
If this deal does not go through, there will be plant closures. And they were going to pull out of Pittsburgh there as the headquarters. They didn't make a commitment of where they were going to close plants. Somewhere in this nation, the city of Gary has experienced that type of closure, experienced that type of economic impact. So I have to look even deeper into what does this deal mean. When it comes down to the national security piece, when we were in D.C., if that is a concern, and it shouldn't be a concern, we know Japan is one of our closest allies. And if there were any issues, that should be worked out in that process. But what I'm not hearing is that if that is the case, let's put it on the table and speak specifically on how to prevent that from being a national security issue.
NWI Print Pro print shop in Crown Point is under new ownership. Jeffrey Myers bought the print shop and turned it into a Minuteman Press franchise. I was looking to invest in another business with high growth potential. Minuteman Press provided the playbook, the support, and the tools necessary for me to operate and grow a printing business, he said. The sellers Tim and Phil felt the same way I did, that Minuteman Press would provide the necessary support and training to carry the business forward and continue their legacy. The LaPorte County government is challenging the proposed NIPSCO electric rate hike. County commissioners on Monday voted to hire the law firm Friedman and Associates to advocate against the rate increase. Our state now has the 12th highest electrical bills in the country, and NIPSCO charges the highest rates in the state, said Attorney Shaw Friedman. Friedman went on to say that the hike would force residential customers to pay more on their monthly electric bills, which would increase by just over $42 to nearly $179. And in sports, the college football playoff bracket is officially out, and Indiana will be a part of the field. The Hoosiers were selected as a 10 seed and will head north to South Bend for a matchup with Notre Dame on December 20th. The voice of IU football, Don Fisher, sits down with sports director Sam Michael to detail the keys for victory for IU.
They've got a terrific run game. And Riley Leonard, despite the fact that he's given a lot of credit because he's a runner too, he's got over, 600 yards this season running the football, which is unheard of for a quarterback, generally speaking. You rarely see a guy that's capable of throwing it down the field like he does. He's also very accurate with his throws. So he's a guy that Indiana's going to have to be ready for. But Jeremiah Love is having a tremendous season as well, just shy of 1,000 yards rushing at this point. They've got another back, to Price, I think is his name, and so they've got a tremendous running game, and I think they will try to stuff Indiana in that regard. We'll see if they can do that, because Indiana's defense has been one of the best in the Big Ten and the conference and in the country this year against the run.
To read up on more local news and headlines, visit jed-tv.com and nwi.com. I'm Andrew Garcia, and this has been your 219 News Now.